Illegal clay mining within the Shama District has for the past 4 years deepened. The establishment of Wankan Ceramics and Twyford Keda, whose primary raw material is clay, has also increased demand for clay. The illegal mining activities led to open pits and destruction of arable land and the loss of life. After several failed attempts to regularize clay mining, the Chief Executive Director of the Environmental Protection Agency, who is on a tour of the Western region, has stepped in to deal with the matter.
The damage caused to the environment, the landscape, as per illegal clay mining and winning and all that. We most often talk about artisanal, small-scale gold mining activities that are illegal, galamseys, and we tend to forget, or we tend to gloss over some of these things that are equally inimical and causing a lot of damage and risk to people's life and properties. So I've asked my director to take me around to some of these mined but left over areas. We got to see how best we have to reclaim all those and then find out those who really are culpable and let them pay for their cost.
Meanwhile, the human resource manager of Twyford Keda refuted buying from illegal clay miners.
We knew very well that most of the suppliers around the enclave, the Shama enclave, don't have the requisite permit. We didn't engage them, and we decided to go to the Nzema area where the miners have permit to acquire the clay from such miners. So as a company, we don't engage in illegal, we don't buy from illegal miners, especially those in the Shama district.
The technical committee of the Shama district, led by the DCE, say it cannot take the illegality anymore, hence declared a ban on clay mining.
The conclusion is that we are not going to allow any illegal mining in the district. We made it categorically clear to them that unless they acquire the necessary permits and licenses, they cannot mine. And we are going to enforce that through a task force to ensure that they don't do it.
Meanwhile, some of the miners who are not happy with the ban blame their inability to secure permits from Minerals Commission and the EPA on slow processes.
We have people amongst us who have started the process. Some people have started the process and they are about 3 years within the process and they have still not gotten the license. Are you getting my point? You saw one guy stood up speaking about the same thing. So if I'm applying for a license, that is taking me close to 3 years to get a license, or even more to get a license. What at all am I going to do in the concession? You know, the clay is not deposited as gold. They are always in the swampy areas. The biggest clay size you will get is, let's say, 10 acres or even less. If we are applying for a mining document on this, I don't think it should take that long.
Whilst the Minerals Commission told Citi News they do not supervise illegality, hence will not be part of reclamation discussions, the EPA on its part also refuted slow permitting processes.
For now, we haven't issued any permit for a clay mining company. So we haven't issued a permit yet. A lot of the time, they come, they look at the documentation, they say, okay, they will get it. For example, sometimes a site plan is not made available. They just think that it is just okay for them to mine because they have access to the place. But we know that there's a difference between having access to the surface rights and having access to the mineral rights.
Minerals Commission only regulates those who are in legal business. And you know, we don't have security personnel and all that to go around and arrest people. And almost everybody sees what is going on, because when you are coming from Cape Coast, for example, you see all these ponds and all that. So it's up to all of us. A lot of people are sleeping on their jobs, I can say that.
This is how the assemblyman of Supumdunkwao, whose community has been devastated by the illegality, reacted to the ban.
In fact, it's a very good news to myself and my community, because it's quite a long ago we have been fighting on this clay mining. And as today, the Mineral Commission, the EPA, and then the Assembly have said categorically that they have banned the clay mining. Myself and my unit committee people, we are going to be a watchdog. If we see any clay miner in our area there, that one, we are not going to take the law into our own hands, but we are going to block them, their activities, even to the extent of taking off their battery on their machine. We are going to do that because they are destroying our community.